Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. My name is D-Free. We're going to go ahead and talk about the Bonz event and give my thoughts on him and whether or not he's worth farming. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you are new, please consider subscribing for more content here on the channel. Of course, we keep these coming pretty much every week, every day, as often as I can bring them out for you guys between the multiple channels that I own. If you're interested in that, links are in the description. But anyways, as far as this goes, TLDR, TLDW, I guess, for this case, didn't watch. Bonz is a yes and no as far as, like, should you farm? Should you farm? Yes, because you want to have the ability to run certain decks. Maybe you want to pick up some of these cards for little fun decks or things of that nature. Maybe cards like Call of the Mummy can plug into zombie decks and fit very well because it's actually not a bad card there. And maybe you're just a glutton for punishment. Maybe you have a bunch of time on your hands. Otherwise, no, just no. I'm probably not going to really take this seriously. Won't do anything other than auto duels. I haven't even done it once. It's kind of underwhelming. The UR card's underwhelming. Of course, everything that he has here can be ran in certain scenarios, so I won't really talk too bad about it in that regard. But it's definitely a step down as far as events go. And you would have thought that with the recent events that they put out, they kind of learned nobody likes these roaming duelists in Duel World. Nobody likes them. Either give us something like their, the DD Tower that we just had recently or things of that nature, or put them at the gate so we can duel them. But nobody likes these. Now, I will say in Konami's defense, the very last time that they brought one of these, was it Mokuba? It was somebody. They came pretty often for me. Like, I saw them very often, and most of the time I was level 40. Which is great. Level 40 drop rates are a lot better than level 30. Also, they've seemingly improved drop rates for just about everything in the game, to be fair as well. So I don't want to knock them in regards to that, but it's still like there are going to be dead spots, and some people are simply going to be unlucky. Bonz just won't show up when they want him to or when they're available to play the game. That's the best thing about those other events, is you can kind of take care of it on your time. With these roaming duelists, it kind of seems like you're playing on their time, which I think the real reason why they do this, despite anybody wanting, to do these events, is so you're forced to kind of check the app every so often to try to play these events. I think that's the real reason why they do these events like this, because it makes the most sense as far as, their statistics go on the back end for the player base. So let's go over the cards that are available. Like I said, I don't really own any of them. As far as this goes, the best cards, in my opinion, are going to be Ryukoki, Castle of Dark Illusions, Call of the Mummy, and Monster Reborn. Reborn, excuse me. I wish that was Reborn. Oh my god. It's funny, really quick, I'm gonna go on a tangent. Why do the legendary duelists get to run a whole bunch of busted cards? Like, for example, Aster has like the most impossibly busted deck. He's running 3 Destiny draws. Isn't he running like 3 Malicious too? Like, what is that? And then some of them get to run Monster Reborns and things. Why do they get to do that? It's like, it's really crazy, but I wish we had Monster Reborn. It'd be awesome. Maybe in the future. Anyways, kind of an underwhelming UR card to get, but not horrible. Like I said, all these cards, especially the zombie-centric ones, can fit into zombie decks if you want them. Gozuki is a very good card. Kind of want Mizuki as well, I believe is the name of that card too, but he's not in the game yet. But Gozuki is a very good card as far as being able to pop out these tribute monsters. This guy, Ill Blood, Ryukoki, they all are able to just kind of come out a little bit quicker and easier because of Gozuki's abilities. But honestly, the best zombie build may or may not just be Red Eyes anyway. So let's talk about it. This card is the exact opposite of Pump Princess in that he buffs himself while Pump Princess debuffs the enemy. He gets 100%, oh, I wish, 100 attack and defense every turn for about 4 turns after the card is activated. That's how long that effect is active, while you have Castle of Dark Illusions on the field. So anyways, let's go ahead and go over it. If Castle of Dark Illusions is face up on the field, increase the attack and defense of this card by 100. As long as it remains face up on the field, the attack and defense of this card continues to increase by 100 during each of your standby phases. This effect continues until the 4th turn after the card is activated. So it's a kind of a 2-parter combo. It may or may not be hard to establish that in Duel Links. Probably not, because it's the condensed format, the 20-card format, etc. So overall, this thing gets to about 2,200 and 2,400 defense if I'm understanding how its effect works properly. Been a very long time since I've owned this card in real life, or played with it for that matter. So as far as that goes, it's not a bad combo with this, because it also gets an extra 200 to both of those stats if you can protect Castle of Dark Illusions. So Castle of Dark Illusions is one of the best, just flat out 4-star defensive cards for like a stall deck, or things of that nature, excuse me. So anyways, flip effect, increase the attack and defense of all zombie monsters by 200. Also, that makes it a solid card to just plug into zombie decks if you want to kind of make them a little bit more powerful, I guess. The attack and defense of zombie monsters continues to increase by 200 during each of your standby phases. This effect continues until the 4th turn after this card is activated. So yeah, your zombie monsters can get a lot of buffs from this thing. And the problem with this is that it's not a zombie. If it was a zombie, it would be incredibly broken. So under something like, I don't know what, that Dark Field spell maybe, you can start to have a lot of very powerful monsters popping up offensively. I think that one also reduces defense, so maybe not that one specifically. But the point is, this thing and zombies such as Pumpkin, you know, they start to get really powerful. This thing can probably get over 3,000 attack simply by being on the field and having this thing, because that's 300 attack and defense every turn. So for so about 3,000, I think, if I'm doing that correctly, but I don't really care about doing the full math, but you guys get the point. Now, Ryukoki is a really good card because the one stipulation on this is that its effect has to activate at the end of the damage step. But if it battled a warrior or spellcaster type, it can literally destroy that monster. So I'm going to sacrifice 1,100 life points, and then assuming, you know, that this card is attacking into an opponent's Silent Magician, 1,100 life points, and my monster is going to die too. But goodbye, Silent Magician, one of the most physically, or I guess offensively oppressive monsters in the game, for example. Goodbye. Dark Paladin. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Some of these very relevant warrior and spellcaster type monsters. Man, I'm messing up a lot in this video. Or goodbye. So not a bad card either. Call of the Mummy. Once per turn, you can special summon one zombie type monster from your hand. Unrestricted. Just flat out. First turn. Turn 1, you have nothing but powerful monsters, just flat out special summon. Okay, cool, awesome. You must control no monsters to activate and to resolve this effect. So here's how this works. So you're able to, turn 1, like I said, pop this thing out, or turn 2 maybe, it'd probably be better to do that, but you'd have to protect yourself for a turn, assuming that the opponent has a monster. So anyways, your turn, you can activate this, trigger its effect, and then play a card. And there are other combos that exist, once again, such as Gozuki combos and things of that nature. So it's a flat-out special summon. You can also go out into, you know, a monster, then tribute that monster for another monster. Whatever you want to do, you have options. You can completely ignore tributing and just bring out one of these powerhouse monsters like a Ryukoki and just kind of play. So awesome card to have. Very good card to have. Red Eye Zombie Dragon. There's another one. You just want to pop it out. Ill Blood. Ill Blood. I don't know if you can use this effect to special summon Ill Blood and then proceed to normal summon it through the Gemini. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna have to test that out otherwise, but that's awesome. Very good card in this game. Monster Rebone. If your opponent special summon a monster this turn, activate this card by targeting one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon it to your side of the field in defense position. Is that Marin, the dog Marin and Skull Servant? Special summon it to your side of the field in defense position. When this card leaves the field, banish that monster. When that monster leaves the field, destroy this card. If your opponent special summon a monster this turn, activate this card by targeting one monster in your opponent's graveyard. So, very specific, probably really only would work well against Red Eyes, I guess, because there's not a whole lot of special summoning from the graveyard. Pretty much that. Maybe Phoenix, if Phoenix considers itself to be special summoned. So not a whole lot, but solid card as far as tech goes. A good card to have, option-wise. And, you know, the meta may change, so it could change things. GoStrix are available in the game. Interesting. Cannot be normal summon unless you control a GoStrix monster. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. Once per turn during your main phase 1, you can target one GoStrix monster you control. Its attack becomes equal to the combined original attack of all GoStrix monsters currently on the field until the end of your opponent's next turn. But if it does, only that monster can attack this turn. Hey, they had to build that restriction in at the end or we'd be busted. So they're all going to work pretty much together. I'm not going to really go over them. And then these things are just kind of cards that he had. They're pretty much fodder. I think they weren't available already because I have 0 copies of them. So just fodder cards on the back end. They had to kind of include some of those other cards because they fit with the character. Once again, these things work together. I'm not going to really read over them. I'm sure you can incorporate some combos about them. We're going to run through Auto Duel one time with my Umino Mako, though, deck. We may very well lose. I don't know. Look at that icon. That no nose. I do love this deck, but Auto Duel is very funny. I don't feel like playing it because I don't want my video to be super long. Oh, hey! No turn 1 into... Oh, Pump Princess, really? No turn 1 into Legendary Ocean. Wow, he played in attack mode. Well, looks like he loses. Legendary Ocean's about to come up right now. Wonder Balloons. No, you didn't. It was Starboy. Starboy. All right, game. That's game, son. Look at upside down icon. That's the best thing about the event. That is the best. You know, I should have switched to Bakura because if you guys haven't seen the show, the original show, he and Bakura have a history. So I should have switched to Bakura because that would have been awesome to see the dialogue because they do things like that. If you ever switch between characters, they have little dialogues of lines. Just you wait, I'll get you next time. No, you won't. Anyways, oh, he's live again. Like I said, maybe it's because I haven't done it yet. Sometimes you don't do it for a while. They spawn back to back to back. Let me actually switch over to Bakura so I can see if they do it. Because a lot of times, like I said, if you haven't done it, with these events, they have like little lines. Eek! He freaks me out, but a couple chills won't stop me from winning. He said something different against Bakura. I'll switch to Merrick, see if he says anything here, and then this is the end of the video. Bahaha, my ghost cards will bury you. Oh yeah, no they won't, sorry. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you guys in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Take it easy, guys.